Good evening, you're watching Independence News. I'm Adam Dawla. Lots of interesting stories tonight. Before we go into the details, let me give you a couple of the headlines. Bangladeshi diplomats will meet US State Department officials later tonight to discuss the arrest of Rizwanul Ahsan Nafees, who's been detained in the US over a bomb plot. Bangladesh is set to honour more foreign friends tomorrow for their outstanding contributions to the country's liberation war 41 years ago. Trading at 19 cattle markets ahead of Eid al-Adha starts from Monday in the capital. Action will be taken against those selling cattle outside the designated areas. The government of Bangladesh has sent a letter to the US administration asking for details about Rizwanul Ahsan Nafees, who's been detained in the US for attempting to blow up the US Federal Reserve. Foreign Minister Dipu Moni said that Bangladeshi diplomats will meet US State Department officials later tonight to discuss the issue.
Bangladeshi youth Nafees was detained on Wednesday morning by the US law enforcing agencies for attempting to blow up the US Federal Reserve building. However, even after 2 days, the Bangladesh government is unable to confirm the nationality of the detained youth. The Foreign Ministry has sent a letter to the US authorities on this issue. At a press conference at the Foreign Ministry today, Foreign Minister Dipu Moni said that no official talks were held with US authorities regarding the youth's detention.
We
are in constant contact with the US Foreign Office through our embassy. He is in the US, but we have to figure out the details of his nationality, whether he is a Bangladeshi or a US national, or if he has dual citizenship.
The Foreign Minister said that she understands the concerns of the family of Nafees and urged them to remain calm.
We expect a meeting between our embassy and the State Department will take place tonight. This will be a morning in the US. We will be able to update you on this issue after the meeting.
Dipu Moni said that the government will offer support to all its citizens. She said that Nafees will also receive this support if he is a Bangladeshi national.
Those were the words of Foreign Minister Dipu Moni. Meanwhile, Home Minister Mohiuddin Khan Alamgir warns that the government will take stern action if any fundamentalist group is found guilty of instigating Nafees to carry out terrorist acts in the USA. He made the statement after visiting the Dhakeshwari temple in the capital today.
If any citizen of our country tries to carry out destructive acts in the US as an agent of a fundamentalist group, we, the government of Bangladesh, will do everything possible to foil such an attempt.
The Awami League Joint General Secretary Mahbubul Alam Hanif has said that the government is inquiring into the detention of Bangladeshi student Nafees in the US. He added that the government is also checking to see if Nafees had a connection with any militant group in Bangladesh. Hanif made the comments at a program in the capital today.
The Jamaat-e-Islami trains militants across the country. These militants have put Bangladeshis into danger abroad. The government will carry out an investigation to find the instigators of the incident and to see if Nafees was connected to any militant group here in Bangladesh.
And in other news, BNP Standing Committee member Nazrul Islam Khan thinks that foreign investigators coming to Dhaka to probe graft allegations is humiliating for the nation. He alleged that the ruling Awami League has tarnished the image of the country. Nazrul Islam Khan made the comments at a Human Chain program in the capital today. The program was arranged to protest the arrest of Juba League President Syed Muazzam Hussain Alal. Nazrul Islam alleged that the government has failed in every sector, which is why they are arresting BNP leaders and activists to divert people's attention from their failure. The BNP leader demanded the release of Halal by the 25th of October.
They have become involved in corruption even before the construction of the Padma Bridge starts. This practice of graft has gone beyond the border to the international level, and to investigate that corruption, the former chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court had to come to Bangladesh.
BNP Standing Committee member Maudud Ahmed has said that his party did not complain to foreign diplomats about the Ramu incident. Rather, they just highlighted the facts of the incident to the diplomats. Maudud Ahmed made this observation in reaction to allegations made by some leaders of the ruling alliance. He was visiting language movement activist Oli Ahad at a hospital in the capital. Maudud also said that the administrative report prepared by the government over the Ramu incident is not acceptable at all. He alleged that the government prepared the report just to accuse the main opposition for the incident. Alleging that the government itself is involved, Maudud Ahmed reiterated the opposition's demand for a judicial commission to probe the incident. Bangladesh is set to honor 61 more foreign friends tomorrow for their outstanding contributions to the country's liberation war 41 years ago. These friends of Bangladesh are already in Dhaka and visited the National Memorial in Savar straight away to pay tribute to the martyrs of the liberation war. They also paid homage to the father of the nation at the Bangabandhu Museum. Seconds, I'm sure we'll be on air in a minute.
Foreign friends witnessed the liberation war from within. The memory of that time is still fresh in their minds. Australian journalist Tony Clifton saw one of the articles he wrote on the liberation war back in 1971 at the Weekly Newsweek at the Bangabandhu Museum. On that article, he pictured the brutal oppression of the Pakistan Authority on the Bengalis. Today, he expressed his astonishment after seeing that oppressed state in today's condition.
I'm amazed at how this place has grown, because in 1971 Dhaka was quite a small village, and the tallest building in the whole of Dhaka was the Intercontinental Hotel. And now it's a huge city with giant buildings.
They also came with recollections of those vicious days during the Liberation War.
Maybe if I take my new baby, my 6-month-old baby, to the White House demonstration in Lafayette Park, at least the journalists will have a picture and then they can interview. And so we help to keep the publicity momentum going.
The foreign minister today said that Bangladesh will gradually honor all of its foreign friends.
40 years have passed and we don't want to delay any further. We want to honor all our foreign friends as soon as possible.
The 61 are receiving the state honors in the third phase. Earlier, Bangladesh government honored a number of foreign friends in July 2011 and in March this year.
In other news, Communications Minister Obaidul Qadir has said that 5 ministries will work in coordination to reduce traffic jams and counter criminal activities during the upcoming Eid al-Azha. Obaidul Qadir made this announcement after visiting the Fulbaria bus terminal in the capital today. State Minister for Local Government Jahangir Kabir Nanok, who was also present during the visit, said that the Jatrabari flyover will be opened to traffic on the 26th of March next year. He hopes that traffic jams will be reduced significantly after the flyover is opened. On another note, Railways Minister Mujibul Haq, who was also accompanying the 2 other ministers, said that his ministry will recover all railway land illegally occupied. He added that the government is planning to lease out railway land for the Fulbaria bus terminal.
We have launched a drive from today to work as a team and to resolve the prevailing problems.
Cattle trading ahead of Eid al-Azha will take place at 19 temporary locations across the capital. Trading at these assigned places will begin on Monday. The two city corporations in the capital have earned nearly 100 million taka by leasing out these locations. Authorities say that measures will be taken against people who sell cattle outside the designated areas.
Cattle trading will begin in 20 locations across the capital from Monday. The size of these cattle markets continue to grow as Eid gets closer. Every year, cattle markets overflow onto adjacent roads, causing grave inconvenience to people. But the government has announced that it will not allow that to happen this year.
Trading of animals will not be allowed on the streets under any circumstances. I have instructed law enforcement agencies to control this.
All cattle trading areas have been leased to members of the ruling party. Dhaka South City Corporation has earned 55.5 million taka by leasing 10 spots. Dhaka North City Corporation has earned 34 million taka by leasing 9 spots. Some cattle trading spots were leased for amounts which are lower than that in previous years.
Of the 9 cattle markets, 3 were leased at a lower than expected amount, but the rent is not disproportionate to that of earlier years. So we followed government-approved procedure in cases where rent was lower than expected.
Officials said that supervisory teams will try to prevent irregularities in cattle markets.
If any irregularities come to our notice, we will take immediate legal measures. Measures will also be taken by law enforcing agencies. Ansar members and our vigilance teams will be present.
The official said that strong action will be taken against leasers if lease conditions are violated.
The 5-day celebration of Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of the Hindu community in Bangladesh, will begin tomorrow. Last-minute preparations are on at all Puja pavilions in the capital and elsewhere in the country. A total of 201 Puja pavilions have been set up in the capital. The total number of Puja pavilions are around 28,000 across the country. This was stated by the Puja Celebration Parishad during a media briefing in the capital today. At the briefing, leaders of the Hindu community urged all to establish communal harmony in society. They expressed satisfaction of the role of law enforcing agencies despite some incidents of damaging idols of Durga in Gopalganj, Kishoreganj and several other districts. In related news, Mukhtasar Rahman, Director General of the Rapid Action Battalion or RAB, has said that special security measures have been taken in and around all Puja pavilions across the country. He said that such security measures are being taken keeping in mind the Ramu violence. The RAB DG said that around 5,500 members of the elite force have been deployed to maintain law and order.
We are giving the highest priority to the law and order situation. Intelligence agencies have been working hard since the 14th. We are maintaining coordination among ourselves.
In other news, a Dhaka court has placed Hallmark Group chairperson Jasmeen Islam on a 5-day remand over the Sonali Bank loan scam. Dhaka Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Mustafa Shahryar granted the remand after Anti-Corruption Commission officials filed a 7-day remand plea at court. Earlier in the day, Jasmeen, who is also the wife of Hallmark Group Managing Director Tanveer Mahmood, was taken to the Anti-Corruption Commission this afternoon. The ACC Deputy Director, Mir Zainul Abdin Shibli, interrogated Jasmeen for 3 hours today. However, the ACC officials refused to comment on the incident. The Automated Container Terminal Management System, or CTMS, at Chittagong Port has been more of a problem than a facility for port users. Since the installation of the 400 million taka system, container loading was interrupted 92 times in the last 6 months. The port authorities have formed a 5-member probe committee to look into the matter. Let's watch this report for details.
To facilitate the loading and unloading of goods, Container Terminal Management System was introduced at the Chittagong port on the 10th of October last year. The new system was supposed to digitally record all the data related to container movement, ship docking, undocking and expenses. At the time of inauguration, the Prime Minister said that CTMS will help the Chittagong port move a step ahead.
We are taking steps to digitalize the Chittagong port, and from today Chittagong port is digitalized.
Even though a year has passed since the system was installed, clients at the port are not getting any additional benefit from it.
We, the main line operators, are the worst sufferers cost-wise. So you understand how much cost we are sacrificing, but against that we are not getting the right service from the CTMS.
Garments makers and exporters who use the port the most have complaints on the matter.
It should be investigated why the system is failing.
The authorities concerned have formed a committee to look into the matter.
It is not completely shut. Sometimes it went down and then started working again. Maybe it was down for 2 to 3 hours. I have been made the convener of the committee. 2 BUET teachers and 3 other port officials are supposed to join the probe committee.
A modern port needs CTMS, but in case of Chittagong port, CTMS services are yet to have a smooth start.
We'll move on to international news now, starting with Afghanistan, where a massive roadside bomb has killed at least 18 people who were on their way to a wedding in the northern Balkh province. At least 15 others have been wounded in what correspondents say is one of the worst such attacks in the country for some time. A minibus was carrying men, women and children to a wedding in the Dawlatabad district when it was struck by the bomb. It's not clear whether they were the intended target. No one has claimed responsibility for the bomb as yet. Officials say they expect the number of dead to increase. This one's about the Japan-China dispute. China has carried out a series of naval exercises in the East China Sea, a move that may fuel further tensions with Japan over a disputed group of islands. The exercise involved 11 vessels from the East China Sea Fleet and 8 aircraft. It was coordinated with the Marine Surveillance Agency and the Fisheries Administration. Japan and China have been displaying their naval prowess during a bitter dispute of the islands called Diaoyu in Chinese and Senkaku in Japanese. Tokyo angered Beijing last night by nationalizing some of the islands, a move that sparked violent protests in China. We'll move on to sports now. Nazmul Hasan Papun has officially taken charge as president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board. He visited the Cricket Board office in Dhaka this morning. Immediate past board president and now ICC vice president A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal greeted the new board chief. Later, Nazmul Hasan attended a board meeting of the Bangladesh Cricket Board. Well, that was it from the English News Desk this evening. We'll be back at 8 o'clock tomorrow, of course. We hope you'll be with us then, and thank you for watching us tonight. Good night.